Well, good evening, sports fans. Welcome in tonight here on AudioSportsOnline.com. I'm Rob Kendall, your play-by-play announcer for the evening. Will be Lex Zorn. It's JV basketball action as the Plainfield Quakers are set to play host to Batesville. Inside of a minute before we begin tonight's game, both teams on their respective sideline benches getting ready to go through some starting lineups. Plainfield will be the home team on the scoreboard. They'll wear the home whites, red letters and numbers. Batesville, the visitors, blue jerseys, white letters and numbers. And at this time, we will turn it over to our play-by-play announcer, Lex Zorn. Lex, can I steal one of those rosters from you got over there, by the way?
Of course, no problem. So anyway, we got a really exciting evening of basketball for you. Two exciting games. Plainfield enters the game with a record of 1-3, coming off a 66-49 loss last night at Martinsville against the Mid-State Conference rival Artesians. That was the first road game for Plainfield this season. And now we're about to start the junior varsity game. Starting for the Quakers tonight, we've got UL Solomon, number 3. He's he's a 6-foot sophomore. Also starting at forward, Gavin Ritter, a 6'2 junior, also wide receiver for the football team. And also number 15, Luke Goley, starts at guard as he's a 5'11 junior. And now they're also introducing the Batesville starting lineup right now. I will be getting to that in just a moment. So, but anyway, so once again, he's starting at forward for the Plainfield Quakers, UL Solomon and Gavin Ritter. On the backcourt, we've got Luke Goley. He's a 5'11 junior. And then we've also got Tom Nugent. He's a 6'1 sophomore. And finally rounding out the starting lineup, we have another guard, Trey Davis, who's a 6-foot sophomore. For the Batesville Bulldogs, taking in a rather long drive. These two schools are 78 miles apart, which is fairly long distance for a high school rivalry. But anyway, starting for the and that we were going to pause for the. No, sorry, they're not. I thought they were about to do the national anthem, so they're just getting ready to start the game. So, starting for Batesville, we have Trey Heidledge, Lane Westerfield, Austin Seifert, Mitch Esser, and Sam Haskamp. So now the two teams shake hands, and we're getting ready for the jump ball. We've got Gavin Ritter jumping against Mitch Esser. The tip is controlled by Plainfield. UL Solomon brings it up. He pitches it over to Luke Goley, who's handling the ball. He takes up to the top of the key, then dishes back over to Solomon at the left perimeter. Solomon takes it to the basket, and he is fouled. So you got first foul 15 seconds into the game. Once again, we have 7-minute quarters here in JV basketball. So Trey Heidledge gets the first foul of the game going against Batesville. So now Goley looking to inbounds. He patches over, and we got an immediate shot off the pass by Trey Davis, but it's no good. Batesville gets the rebound, brought up by Austin Seifert, and it's stolen by Solomon, who drives it in between two defenders, and they get him for the charge. So 6:31 to go, still no score here. This is our second JV boys broadcast of the year. The first two varsity games, the first half of the broadcast was devoted to the girls varsity team, now ranked number 8 and still undefeated. So now Batesville has the ball, and a pass by Sam Haskamp is deflected out of bounds to Batesville. Batesville. Batesville, I don't know because I'm from southeastern Indiana, not too far from Batesville. So now on the inbounds, Esser gets it inside. Now he passes back out. A baseline jumper by Haskamp, and he sinks it. So Sam Haskamp opens the scoring there for. And now at the other end, though, a layup, shot fake and layup there by Tom Nugent to tie it at 2. We are a minute into the game now. So Batesville very good program. Been a low-level power for a long time. The varsity team has 10 consecutive winning seasons now. Lost the 2000 state championship game in Class 2A, since moved up to Class 3A, and now we've got a steal there by Gavin Ritter, who brings it up for the Bulldogs. And he dishes it inside to Trey Davis, who puts in a floater that swishes the net. So Plainfield takes a 4-2 lead here. 5:28 to go, first quarter here at Plainfield. This is the fifth game of the season. So now tenacious defense there by Trey Davis. And there's a loose ball, but it's picked up and put in by Haskamp for Batesville to tie the game at 4. And I will try to never refer in this game to the Batesville Bulldogs as the Butler Bulldogs, so just bear with me. But anyway, Trey Davis with the ball, and now over to Luke Goley. Patches back to Gavin Ritter. Shot fake, puts it up to Trey Davis, and he hits a 3. So Davis with 5 points in the early going, and Plainfield opens up a 7-4 lead, 4:47 to go, first quarter. And now Batesville struggling to get it past midcourt. They might not. No, they finally do at about the last second. So now, and we got the ball deflected, almost stolen. Now it is stolen there by Gavin Ritter, but they're going to get him for the foul. Gavin Ritter, standout wide receiver for the football team last couple of years. He's a junior. Also a pretty decent basketball player. And now Jaden Beal coming into the game for Batesville. He's a 5'10" sophomore.
Plainfield defense has been sharp early on, Leck.
Yeah, very, very tenacious, and almost got a 10-second violation. Already have a steal by Solomon. And now they got another steal there, this time by Davis, and he takes it all the way in and lays it in to give the Quakers a 5-point lead, their biggest of the game. Davis has 7 of the 9 Plainfield points, not even 3 minutes into this game. So very good start. The JV team in our last broadcast rolled over Monrovia 76-31. And so far in the early going, they're playing like they aspire to win by such a big margin tonight. So now we've got Luke Schroeder inbounding the ball for Batesville over to Heidlich. Now we've got inside, this pass stolen there by goalie, who brings it up. He's got 4 guys, but he's weaves between them and puts it up and in. So Luke Goley gets his first points of the game, and Batesville takes a timeout with 3:55 to go here in the first quarter. So definitely a very sharp start for the Quakers. Last week in the opener against, last week in the JV game against Monrovia, it was fairly even for about a quarter, and then in the second and third quarters, the Quakers just completely poured it on. But anyway, Batesville it's a nice community. I've been there a few times, as a child, being from southeastern Indiana, and it's about half an hour from Cincinnati, near I-74. And the Bulldogs, like I said, they've run off 10 consecutive winning seasons. They're off to an 0-3 start this year, though. So now inbounding the ball, we've got Luke Schroeder there. Pitches it up to Trey Heidlich. Now over to now back to Heidlich there. And he loses control. Solomon gets it. 3-on-2. He puts it up himself off the glass and lays it in. So Solomon has his first points of the game, giving the Quakers a 13-4 lead. They're now on an 11-0 run. 4 of the 5 Quaker starters have scored. Trey Heidlich now with the ball on top of the key. Drives in, but the shot is blocked. It's picked up. No, Ritter gets it, pitches it over to Davis, who puts it in. So Trey Davis with 9 points already. And now it's a 13-0 Plainfield run. And now on the other end, got a steal there by Gavin Ritter, who brings it up. 3:08 to go now. He pitches over to Solomon, who's all alone under the basket to lay it in. And now the Bulldogs take another timeout as they feel this game slipping away already. That's a 15-0 run by the Quakers.
Yeah, it's a very explosive offense for Plainfield. And as we said during the last timeout, Leck, really triggered by the defense.
Yeah, Bob Knight would be proud of this defensive effort. He always stresses defense over offense. And, of course, there's some merit to that. Is playing good defense can create a lot of easy scoring opportunities, and we've seen Plainfield get about 6 or 8 of those points already in this game.
Yeah, it's been a very explosive Plainfield offense triggered by the defense. 17-4, 3:04 left to play in the first quarter. And at the quarter break, we will hear from some of our fine sponsors that have made tonight's broadcast and broadcast all year long of Plainfield basketball possible.
Yes, we love our sponsors. And, Batesville showed up looking like they came to play. They took a 4-2 lead, but it's been all Plainfield since. And really, while Plainfield has played tenacious defense, there's been some sloppy ball handling as well on the part of Batesville. They just have not taken real good care of the ball. So we'll see if they change that. They've taken 2 timeouts now in the last couple of minutes, and we'll see if this one is the one that gets the job done. So now we have Luke Schroeder inbounding the ball for the Bulldogs. He passes into Austin Seifert, who brings it up. He's a 5'7" freshman. This is a very young Batesville JV team. Even by JV standards, they have a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the team. And now the pass there is deflected and it went off of Gavin Ritter I thought it went off of Ritter, but they're saying it's Quaker balls. So Quaker, everything's going right for Plainfield here in the early going. So now Solomon with the ball over to Brayton Vinger, newly in the game. Vinger drives, pitches over to Luke Goley on the right perimeter, back over to Vinger at the top of the key. He drives, but pitches out to Tyler Maple. Now we got the ball nearly stolen from Gavin Ritter there. Pitches over to Goley, back to Ritter. Drizzle over to the right perimeter. Now pitches over to Vinger in the right corner. Now he pitches over to Goley, who drives, and we've got a foul. And it's going to go against Batesville. So we're going to have Luke Goley stepping to the free throw line. He has 2 points, 2:12 to go here, first quarter. Your score: Plainfield 17, Batesville 4. Goley's first free throw is up, and it is good. So he has 3 points now. Ritter is the only starter who has not scored yet for the Quakers. So now we have a substitute here. Ritter sits down, and we got somebody new into the game for Plainfield I can't see from my vantage point. But nevertheless, now puts it up and good. So Goley 2 for 2 from the line tonight. He has 4 points, and Plainfield has run off the last 17 points of the game.
It's a good run.
Yeah, awesome run. So now Seifert with the ball takes it down to the other end over to Schroeder, puts up a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Haskamp, no good. Haskamp has all 4 points for Batesville. Hard to remember that they actually did score. So now a floater by Trey Davis is good. He's already in double figures. He has 11 now. 1:47 to go first quarter. 21-4 in favor of Plainfield. So now Lane Westerfeld pitches over to Schroeder, who has it on the right perimeter, and it's stolen from him by Davis. 2-on-2 fast break. Davis puts it up and in. Davis with 13 now. 1:26 to go, and the Quakers are on a 21-0 run, amazingly. So now Seifert brings it up, pitches over to Westerfeld, back over to Seifert. Now he gives it over to Beal, who puts up a 3, no good. And the rebound shakes down by and tipped over to Schroeder, who puts it up, and he is fouled with 1:03 to go. So let's see who they're going to get for the foul. That will be against Sam Siegfried, newly into the game for Plainfield. So now first free throw is up and good by Schroeder, ending that 21-0 run. So now he goes for his second shot with the score 23-5. Batesville led 4-2, and then the second free throw is up and good. So Schroeder 2 for 2 from the line. So now Siegfried set to inbounds. He throws into Brayton Vianger, who will bring it up for the Quakers. Vianger is a 5'10 sophomore. Scored 9 points last Saturday night in the big win over Monrovia. Over to Siegfried, back to Vianger, back it down in the left corner. Pitches over to Davis, fakes the three. Drives forward, pitches back to Vianger, fakes a jump shot, pitches back to Siegfried, who puts it up and in. So Siegfried scores now his first points of the game. And now on the other end, Beal has the ball. He drives to the basket, puts it up and off the glass and in. So Beal scores for his first points of the game. Jaden Beal, he's a 5'10 sophomore. So Trey Davis with the ball, 18 seconds to go. Perhaps Plainfield will save it for the last shot. 12 seconds now. He's just in the center, just behind the three-point line. Fetches over, now three-pointer by Vianger. It is up off the rim over the backboard, so that will count it out of bounds. 2.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And now Westerfeld throws in to Heidlich, puts up a long three, and it is no good. So we head to the second quarter here at Plainfield with your Quakers looking outstanding. They lead the visiting Batesville Bulldogs by a score of 25-8 here on AudioSportsOnline.com.
El Cerrito, offering Mexican food in Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They're located at 140 Perry Road in Plainfield. Hendricks County Estate Buyers, on the corner of Odell and East Main Street in Brownsburg, buys gold, silver, coins, and more. They also deal in complete estate and household liquidations. More information can be found at HendricksCountyEstateBuyers.com or by calling Justin at 286-3652. Impact Restoration, providing restoration for fire, flood, wind, and hail damage. Their phone number is 268-6375. Prestwick Pet Sitters has provided in-home pet care for over 20 years in Plainfield, Avon, and Danville. Their website is PrestwickPetSitters.com and phone number is 745-9900. Raymond's Alignment Service, auto and truck repair center since 1995, is located at 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112.
Well, back here at Plainfield, we just started the second quarter here with your Plainfield Quakers leading the visiting Batesville Bulldogs by a score of 25-8. Jaden Beal has the ball, guarded by Brayton Vianger. By Luke Gully. And now Schroeder with the ball pitches back to Austin Seifert over to Mitch Esser. Now it's a cross-court pass stolen by Siegfried, who lays it up and in. So Siegfried with 4 points now. And again, sloppy passing, combined with tenacious defense by Plainfield, has the Quakers firmly in control of this game early in the second quarter. So now Schroeder with the ball behind the back dribble, throws over to Austin Seifert. He's a freshman. Back over to Schroeder on the right perimeter, and we got a whistle here with 6:08 to go here in the second quarter. Once again, this is the first half of a varsity-junior varsity doubleheader. Stay tuned after this game for the varsity game, in which the Plainfield will also host Batesville. Quakers trying to get their second win of the season. So now goalie brings it up for the Quakers, takes it to the right perimeter, then pitches inside to Siegfried, misses a turnaround jumper. Batesville at the ball. Seifert brings it up for the, and we got a steal there by Nugent. Takes it up, puts it off the glass. It is, but they got him for a charge. But I'll tell you, I would guess Plainfield must have 7 or 8 steals already. I mean, they've just, been outstanding. And, as, Bob Knight often said, defense is related to effort. So, if you're Plainfield's coaching staff, you've got to be really pleased with the effort we've seen tonight. They've just been tenacious from start to finish. And then we got a three-pointer there. That's good there by Lane Westerfeld, his first points of the game. 27-11 your score now. Plainfield still firmly in control, so on the other end, now we've got Brayton Weinger after a near steal, pitches over to Siegfried, puts up a three, no good. Rebounded by Westerfeld. He brings now he gets over to Seaford, who will bring it up to the left perimeter, Then a pass that's tipped by Siegfried out of bounds to Plainfield. It was apparently tipped by Seifert after by Siegfried. So 5:12 to go here in the second quarter. So Luke Goley once again will bring it up. And now it's a steal attempt there. Nice attempt by Lane Westerfield. He tried to steal the pass to Weinger, but it was knocked out of bounds to Plainfield. So Siegfried will inbounds to Goley in the backcourt, who brings it across the midcourt, passes back to Siegfried, now over to Weinger on the left perimeter. Back to Siegfried near the top of the key. Over to UL Solomon, who puts up a three that's partly blocked and rebounded by Schroeder. Gives it to Seifert, who will bring it up. And now passes over to Haskamp. Back to Seifert, now over to Westerfield. Back to Seifert, now to Schroeder. Back to Seifert, over to now we got another steal there. This time by that was Nugent there. 4:23 to go here, second quarter. Patches over to Goley, over to Solomon at the left perimeter, inside to Siegfried, and they got a reach-in foul there on Schroeder, 6-foot sophomore. So I'll tell you, Batesville's a pretty small team. In fact, they actually have a guy here on the roster, Sam Wade, who's listed as 5'3", 105. So he's we'll see, if he gets into the game and how he looks. So, because Muggsy Bogues was 5'3", but he was like 140. So, my mom's about 5'3", 105. So, anyway, so now we've got Gavin Ritter, but now he pitches over to UL Solomon, over to Brayton Weinger, and he tries to pitch it into Nugent, but it's knocked out of bounds to Plainfield. 3:53 to go here in the second quarter. Plainfield's cooled down the second quarter, but still firmly in control with the. And now a steal attempt pitched into the hands of Ritter, who takes it in and is fouled. Well, you really have to give Batesville credit. I mean, they were very, very bad in the first quarter, but they, shown a lot of fire here in the second quarter, only giving up 2 points in the first 11. Now we'll see Gavin Ritter go for his first point. His free throw is up and good, so now all 5 Quakers have scored. 28-11 your score. Nevertheless, it's an even 3-3 here in the second quarter. So now Ritter's second is up and is good as well. So now Seifert brings it up, guarded by Goley. 3:45 to go. Now it pitches over to Haskamp, back to Westerfeld, and it's knocked away, and Weinger gets it, and he's going to drive to the basket, and he's fouled in the act of shooting, so Brayton Weinger will go to the free throw line for the Quakers. Scored 9 points last week against Monrovia. And he's the thing that impresses me the most about Weinger is he's a great ball handler. So he's certainly, and he, as the first free throw bounces a couple of times on the rim and falls short. But yeah, they're going to be looking for big things out of him for the next couple of years. He could really be their point guard of the future. He's got good speed, good shooter as well, as the second one goes. So Weinger scores 1 point, hitting 1 of 2 from the line. 30-11 your score now. The first half was all Plainfield. Second half has been fairly even. Now Seifert has the ball, pitches in. Who pitches back to Seifert. They're over to and now we got a steal there by Goley, who takes it in himself and lays it in with 2 guys on him. So Luke Goley now with 6 points, second on the team behind Trey Davis, who leads the way with 13. 2:55 to go, 32-11, and we got an errant pass there by Austin Seifert that was way over the head of Westerfeld. So definitely, if you're Batesville's head coach, you've got to, and we've got a timeout here on the floor. I'm not sure on Batesville, so a 30-second timeout. So basically, Plainfield, while they haven't been shooting as well here in the second quarter, that they have, kept the Bulldogs from cutting significantly into the lead. There's the margin. Batesville did have a couple of good plays early in the quarter, but they've actually fallen behind a little more. The margin was 17 at the end of the quarter. Now it's 21, and so now you hear the buzzer, and Plainfield returns to the court with Nugent, Solomon, Siegfried, Ritter, and Gully. Batesville with Seifert, Westerfeld, Beal, Haskamp, and I cannot see who else, but anyway, Ritter with the ball now. Over to Solomon there. Solomon drives to the basket between two defenders, puts up a floater, and it is good. So Solomon, 6 points now for the Quakers, who are starting to catch fire again. So now inside to pass back to Seifert, puts it up, and I'm sorry, that was Beal, no good on the three, rebounded by Gully. 2:22 to go now. Finds a wide open Solomon for a three from the corner, no good. Rebounded by Beal, 5'10" sophomore. So Beal brings it up himself. As pass over to Westerfield's block. Now he passes back to Beal, back to Westerfield, back to Beal, over to Haskamp. Now over to that's number 30 with the ball. He's not on the roster. Sorry to say, but missed shot there. Rebounded by Plainfield. Pitches up to Solomon, who is fouled and hits a bank shot. So UL Solomon looking very good, as he did last week in the Monrovia game. Yeah, he very well could be getting some varsity minutes soon. Solomon, a 6-foot sophomore. And now Tyler Maple coming into the game for the Quakers, also a member of the football team. Solomon's his free throw up and no good. Nevertheless, he has 8, and now Seifert will bring it up for the Bulldogs, 1:42 to go in the half. Pitches it over to Jaden Beal. Comes off a screen there, patches it back to, and we got a up and good there. So he's number 30 was fouled in the act. Okay, they're saying John Harmeyer. Okay, he was fouled in the act of shooting. He hit it. So John Harmeyer with his first points of the game. Yeah, I hate it when the teams don't submit. When they have the guys who wear one number for varsity and another for junior varsity. It's so confusing. So anyway, Harmeyer puts up the free throw. It is no good, but he gets his own rebound. You don't see that too much. And he patches it over to Haskamp on the right in the right corner. Pitches over to Schroeder behind the back dribble. Now back to Seifert. 1:18 to go in the second quarter. Quakers with a 23-point lead. They've dominated the game since the first 2 or 3 minutes. Now a steal there. Goalie gets it behind the back dribble. Pitches over to Brayton Vinger. Back to goalie. Over to. Now we've got we got a loose ball here picked up by Batesville. And it's a nice behind-the-back dribble there. And now a three-pointer there up and no good there. But rebound there by Beal, who puts it up, no good. And Siegfried gets the rebound. Passes over to Vinger, but didn't quite get a grip on it. And it is knocked out of bounds to Batesville with 40.5 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And the Quakers firmly in control of this game with a 23-point lead. So now a three-pointer from the corner, and it is good there. That was by Luke Schroeder. He has 5 points to lead the Bulldogs. When you get to the last minute of the half and your leading scorer only has 5, you know it's not going too well for you. So now Brayton Vinger with the ball with 20 seconds to go in near the midcourt line. He's guarded by Beal. Two number 11s together. 11 seconds to go as Vinger gives it up to Goalie. 8 seconds now. 7, 6. Goalie near midcourt. He bind the back now over to Vinger, who drives up, and we've got a foul with 1 second to go. So hasn't been a lot of fouling, and it's going to be on Beal. So Brayton Vinger will go to the line. He was 1 of 2 earlier. It is up, and it is good. So Vinger with 2 now for the Quakers as they lead 37-16. Vinger's second free throw is good, so he's 3 for 4 on the game. 1 second left, and Bulldogs do not take a shot. So outstanding first half by your Plainfield Quakers varsity team. They're all over the visiting Batesville Bulldogs. 38-16. We'll be back with a first half recap after some words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com.
Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield on Highway 267 is also a proud supporter of this Plainfield basketball broadcast. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has handled building, remodeling, and insurance repairs. Their phone number is 839-8353. Wings Etc. is located at 1818 East Main Street in Plainfield. Their menu can be seen at wingsetc.com. Their phone number is 406-3250. Well, we are back here at Plainfield High School tonight on audiosportsonline.com. I'm Rob Kendall, joined alongside by your play-by-play announcer, Lex Zorn, where it is JV basketball action. All Plainfield in the first half. They lead the Bulldogs of Batesville by a score of 38-16. And I'll tell you what, Leck, it was Plainfield from the get-go and Plainfield all the way through those first 14 minutes.
Yeah, yes, indeed it was. And, you know, after Batesville took an early 4-2 lead, the Quakers went on a 21-0 run, and they've been firmly in control of the game ever since. It's been a very balanced attack, too, with 7 Quakers already have scored. A rundown, Trey Davis leads the way with 13, all in the first quarter, followed by Ual Solomon with 8, Luke Goalie with 6, Sam Siegfried with 4, Brayton Vinger with 3, Tom Nugent with 2, and Gavin Ritter with 2. For Batesville, Luke Schroeder leads the way with 5, followed by Sam Haskamp with 4, Lane Westerfield with 3, Jaden Beal with 2, and John Harmeyer with 2. At the end of the first quarter, Plainfield led 25-8. And then the second quarter margin was not quite as big. It was 13-8, but nevertheless, the Quakers have firmly maintained control of this game. 7:50 to go on the clock now. And so anyway, a little later tonight, we're going to have a very exciting headliner for this doubleheader with the varsity 2 teams from these schools playing. Plainfield once again enters the game at 1-3. They could easily be 3-1, though. They very easily could have won their first 2 games against Avon and against Whiteland. And then, of course, they had a really nice win against Monrovia.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pause again, hear from our sponsors one more time, and then
yes.
we'll be back with the rest of the halftime show. It's 38-16, JV contest. Plainfield leads Monrovia, Batesville, tonight on audiosportsonline.com.
Well, those games run together.
El Cerrito, offering Mexican food in Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They're located at 140 Perry Road in Plainfield. Impact Restoration, providing restoration for fire, flood, wind, and hail damage. Their phone number is 268-6375. Prestwick Pet Sitters has provided in-home pet care for over 20 years in Plainfield, Avon, and Danville. Their website is PrestwickPetSitters.com, and phone number is 745-9900. Raymond's Alignment Service, auto and truck repair center since 1995, is located at 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield on Highway 267 is also a proud supporter of this Plainfield basketball broadcast. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has handled building, remodeling, and insurance repairs. Their phone number is 839-8353. Wings Etc. is located at 1818 East Main Street in Plainfield. Their menu can be seen at wingsetc.com. Their phone number is 406-3250. All right, well, back here at Plainfield High School tonight on AudioSportsOnline.com. I'm Rob Kendall, your play-by-play announcer for this game is Lex Zorn. The Plainfield Quakers lead at 38-16 in JV action over the Batesville Bulldogs. And we remind everybody our next JV broadcast will come to you a week from tonight, and it will be a simulcast. Well, the JV game won't be a simulcast broadcast. Our varsity game will be a simulcast broadcast on WYRZ 98.9 as these Plainfield Quakers host the Danville Warriors in JV and varsity action. We'll have both broadcasts for you here via video webcast on AudioSportsOnline.com. So we're going to have 4 minutes, 30 seconds on the halftime clock. You can see the varsity team warming up, and we'll turn it back over to our play-by-play announcer, Lex Zorn.
Yeah, well, thanks, Rob. And, it's really an exciting time of the year if you're a high school sports fan. So many great games here in Hendricks County, and we're going to have the pleasure of bringing a lot of them to you on WYRZ as well as on AudioSportsOnline.com. And, of course, we've got this is only game number 5 for the Quakers, and they have after tonight, they still have 7 home dates left, all varsity, junior varsity doubleheaders. They're going to, including next Friday and Saturday night. And, of course, we'll be bringing all of those to you, but we hope you'll get out to see some of the games as well. And, of course, all the games are archived online, so you can listen to them anytime. And so now with 3:35 to go here in the quarter, the way that the Quakers, have dominated not only tonight but also against Monrovia last week is a really good sign. I have always wished that more fans would get to these doubleheaders in time to watch the whole JV game, and not only to give support to these kids, who are aspiring to be on the junior, who are aspiring to be on the varsity team someday, but also to get a look at the future of the program. And, those Plainfield fans who've been watching these JV games know that they have a bright future to look forward to with a lot of these guys, Solomon, Vianger, Trey Davis, Goalie, and others. These guys, a lot of them are probably going to be starting on the varsity team a year and 2 years from the line, and really helping return Plainfield to their glory days, especially in that stretch from 1997 to 2009, that 12-year stretch where they had 10 winning seasons and won the Class 3A state championship in 1999. And, they're really, Coach Andy Weaver now in his 4th season. And as we were saying this morning today, on the Hendricks County Sports Show, really the 4th year for a head coach at a program is really a watershed year. That's when you see, you really start to get an idea of, where his program is going. And, I think it's true both in high school and college ball. Although, another factor that a lot of people don't really take into consideration for high school is that a lot of the best high school coaches really start, working with the kids in elementary school, kids who are in that system. So, Now 1:38 to go here in a halftime. We got both teams now out on the floor warming up. And Batesville took better care of the ball in the second half. But still, they got themselves with some sloppy passes into a real deep hole. And like I said, they are not a small team. In fact, I believe that of their kids who've played in the game so far, they don't have anybody over 6'1". So, certainly at a size disadvantage. But nevertheless, they did show some good effort in the second half, especially on the defensive end, and didn't make as many forced decisions. So now we've got 47 seconds to go on the shot clock. Batesville, and now both teams now over on the sidelines taking some final pre-half instructions from their respective head coaches. So now...
Hey, I want to let all the Plainfield fans know, coming up next week not this week, but next week, on the Pit Stop Restaurant Hendricks County Sports Show, which airs Monday nights 8 to 9 on 98.9 FM WYRZ. Our guest will be head coach of the Quakers, Andy Weaver. So not this coming Monday, but the next Monday, Andy Weaver will be one of our guests.
Oh, I will look forward to that, meeting him. Because, finally met Coach Brian Woodard in person last week, in this new episode. And so we hope you all get out, to see, to be there, and see the episode being taped live, and just hang out and get to know some of the great.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, get to meet Rob and me, and
what could be better than that?
Yeah, and so get to meet our special guests as well. So
Speaking
now,
of Coach Weaver, here he comes out through the little the locker room there. So he's observing some of the JV game.
So back to action here. Luke Goley with the ball now. Patches over. We got a three-pointer there, up and good there by Trey Davis. Picking up where he left off in the first quarter, Davis with a game-high 16 now. And the Quakers have a commanding 25-point lead. So now we got Heidlich with the ball, and it's stripped away and taken by Trey Davis, who will bring it up. 6:24 to go now. Pitches over to Goley. Goley drives, puts up an underhanded shot that goes. So Luke Goley quietly with 8 points now.
Goley played a great game last time, and he's seen so much action in the varsity. You got to wonder how much more action he's going to see at the JV level as the year goes along.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the team 1 and 3, you can see Coach Weaver easily trying to shuffle some things around and try some different combinations of players and see what works. So, I think he's going to see a lot more varsity action this year for sure. And so now the other end, Batesville with the ball, and it is stripped away. So, again, the Bulldogs have not been handling the ball very well. And keep in mind, they are a good program. I mean, they lost the Class 2A state championship game in 2000. They're currently on a streak of 10 consecutive winning seasons. So, you would expect them to be a very fundamentally sound team. So, anyway, now inbounds, and it's hits the back of somebody's arm for Plainfield, but Batesville maintains control. But the ball is the shot is blocked, and Goley brings it up for the Quakers. Pulls up, jump shot, no good. Rebounded attempt by Siegfried, no good. Seifert gets it, and he takes it up for the Bulldogs under the baseline, but now pitches back out to, and we got a foul there with Harmeyer. So now John Harmeyer will go to the free throw line, and they're going to get Tom Nugent for the foul. That will be his second of the game. So the first free throw by Harmeyer off the back of the rim and no good. 27-point lead for the Quakers.
Seems like every game we've done so far has either been patriotic colors or Christmas colors, and we're back with patriotic again this week with the red, white, and blue.
Yeah. So second free throw good by Harmeyer. And now we've got a Goley bringing it up again for the Quakers. Over to UL Solomon, back to goalie. And now over to Trey Davis inside to Nugent. Three-pointer there, no good by Davis. Siegfried gets the rebound, pitches over to Solomon, who pitches it back out now. Now goalie has it at the top of the key. Dishes to Trey Davis, now across court to Solomon, puts up a three. It is up and no good. Rebounded, though, by goalie, who puts up a jump shot, and it is also no good. This time rebounded by Esser. So now on the other end, a layup is good by Trey Heidlich, his first points of the game, 43-19. Solomon now has it at the top of the key. Pitches over to goalie, back to Solomon. Now back over to Trey Davis, the game's leading scorer, back to Solomon. Over to goalie at the right perimeter. He dribbles, passes over now to Solomon. Inside to Nugent, who tries to take it up himself, puts it up, no good, off the rim. Rebounded there by Harmeyer. Now pitches over to who's that? And it's laid up and in by Heidlich. So Heidlich, 4 quick points now for the Bulldogs. And so Batesville playing better offensively here in the second half, with the starters still in there for the Quakers. UL Solomon at the ball now. Now inside to Nugent, shot fake, then puts it up and in. So Nugent with 4 points now for Plainfield, who have a 24-point lead. So now Heidlich with the ball, and now inside to now back out to Heidlich, and gives it inside to Beal, who misses the shot, and then he fouls on a steal attempt on the rebound. They're going to get him for fouling a goalie. So 45-21 your score, 3:12 to go here in the third quarter in this junior varsity game here. We'll have the varsity game for you just a few minutes after this one is over. So UL Solomon will inbound the ball. By the way, his first name is spelled Y-O-U-A-L. It's the only instance I ever know of that name. Sounds like you-all, which is the informal contraction. Now the Trey Davis has the ball over to goalie. Fakes a jump shot, then puts it over to Trey Davis, who puts up a three and hits it. Trey Davis with a game-high 19 for Plainfield. They lead 48-21. That's their biggest lead of the game. So now on the other end, a layup there by Heidlich, and he hits it. So Trey Heidlich, who started the game, was scoreless in the first half, suddenly has 6 points here in the third quarter, and he's going to the line to possibly make it 7. They're going to get Luke Goalie on the foul. Heidlich, by the way, now leads the team in scoring. So now we got several substitutions in. We've got Tyler Maple, Brayton Vianger, and Bobby Sterrett all into the game now. And the free throw is up and good for Heidlich. He has 7. Vianger brings it up for Plainfield now with a 24-point lead, gives it up to goalie, back to Vianger. Over to Trey Davis on the left perimeter now. Cross court to goalie, inside to Maple, now out to Vianger. Quick pass to Davis, now back out to goalie. At the right perimeter over to Vianger. Now back to Vianger. He puts up a floater and he banks it in. So Brayton Vianger with 5 points now for the Quakers. 50-24 now. They lead by 26. And out the other end, the Quakers slow getting down on defense. Westerfeld easily lays it in for the Bulldogs. He has 5 now. So now Brayton Vianger has the ball. Now over to goalie, back to Vianger. Inside, it's stolen there by Harmeyer, but stolen the other end there by Maple. Now throws up to Vianger, and he tries to save it. It was overthrown, and he throws it in. It is out. Nice save attempt by Vianger, but it goes out of bounds to the Bulldogs. 50-26 your score, 1:50 to go here in the third quarter at Plainfield. The first game of our varsity, junior varsity doubleheader. So now Heidlich with the ball for the Bulldogs. To the top of the key, drives, puts up a hook shot from the baseline, and he hits it. So Heidlich, 9 points. There hasn't been a lot for Batesville to cheer about in this game, but Heidlich has exploded here in the quarter. He's a 5'10 freshman. So now three-pointer, but good from the left corner by Trey Davis, who has 22. He's another guy who I think we're going to see on the varsity this year quite a bit. And now we got a foul on the other end. They're going to get Davis, I believe. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's Weihinger. That's Weihinger's first foul of the game.
25-point lead for the Quakers, and I'll tell you what, they've been consistently good in this game, Leck.
Yeah, they have. And Batesville has improved offensively here in the second half, but obviously still in a deep hole, down by 25. And now Schroeder mishandles the ball, and we got a jump ball here. One of the few of this game, the possession arrow favors Batesville. You know, I wonder if Batesville has a Bates Motel. But, yeah. Well, I'll have to go down there and find out. So I wonder if anybody would ever check in there, especially if they have a room 237. But anyway, back to action here. Luke Schroeder with the ball. Now dishes, and we got a three-pointer there put up by Schroeder, no good. Rebound by Gully. 46 seconds to go now. Throws it up to Trey Davis. And now across to Sterrett. Sterrett, a wide open three, no good. And tipped over to Davis. Now back to Gully. 32 seconds to go now in the third quarter with a 25-point lead by the Quakers. He seems like he's content to hold it for the last shot, but we'll see. Now pitches back to Weinger near the midcourt line with 18 seconds left. Now Weinger pulls up to the top of the key, then pitches back to Trey Davis with 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Davis now drives to the basket, puts it up, and he is fouled. 7.7 seconds to go here in the third quarter at Plainfield. It's been a fairly evenly matched third quarter, but the Quakers have not come close to relinquishing their lead as Trey Davis steps to the free throw line already with a game-high 22. Make it 23 as he swishes the free throw there. So, Plainfield's JV's, been on fire in both of our broadcasts that we've done of them this year as Davis hits the second one, increasing his game-high total to 24 as Batesville brings it up. 5 seconds to go. 4-3. Hooks shot, no good. And now desperation shot, no good by Gully at the buzzer. So we head to the fourth quarter here at Plainfield with your Quakers on their way to another victory over the visiting Batesville Bulldogs by a score of 55-28 here on AudioSportsOnline.com.
And don't forget, coming up to immediately following this ball game, we'll have varsity action for you. We will stop our stream for just a few minutes, get everything saved down and wrapped up from this one, and then we'll fire things back up, and we will bring you varsity basketball action as the Plainfield Quakers look to move to 2-3 on the year. Tough loss last night at Martinsville.
Yeah, it's their first road game of the year. 66-49, but hopefully they'll get back on track tonight. Batesville enters the game at 0-3, though all three losses were close. And the Bulldogs have run off 10 consecutive winning seasons. They have been consistently one of the top lower-level programs in the state for the last couple of decades. So now the teams both take some final instructions from their coaches and return to the court. The Quakers send out Siegfried, Weihinger, Ritter, Solomon, and Maple. So now Seifert brings the ball up for the for the Bulldogs. 6:50 to go now. And now it pitches over to. Now we've got also Justin Nobe in the time. He's another. He's another sophomore for the Bulldogs. Shot no good. The rebound struggle for the rebound goes all the way to the back court before. But now Solomon gets off the steal and lays it in. So UL Solomon becoming the second Quaker in double figures. He has 10 now. So Knob with the ball, and he throws it as another sloppy pass. Tell you, if you're a Batesville, you've got to be working on your ball handling because that's been their Achilles heel tonight. And the Quakers have done a great job taking advantage of it. They lead by a game-high 29 now. So now Brayton Vihinger takes the inbound pass, throws over to Solomon at the perimeter, back to Vihinger, standing just in front of the midcourt line, back to Solomon. 6:08 to go now, back to Vihinger, back to Solomon. And now back to Vihinger, puts up a three, no good, off the rim, and rebounded there by the Bulldogs. And Seifert will bring it up now. So Seifert now back in at the top of the key, and it's stolen there by Vihinger. 2-on-2 fast break. Vihinger puts it up himself, and he hits it, and he's fouled. So Brayton Vihinger with 7 now, as the Quakers take a game-high 31-point lead. Vihinger now steps to the line. They're going to get Seifert for the foul. Has not been a lot of fouling in this game at all. 5:45 to go. Plainfield 59 and Batesville 28. So now we got a few substitutions here. So now we've got John Harmeyer back in as Brayton Vihinger shoots his free throw. It is up and no good. He's 3 for 5 on the game from the line, 7 points overall. And now Beal with the ball. Now we got a drive by Harmeyer. Pitches over to, and we got the ball knocked away there. Now over to Esser, who puts up a jump shot, no good, and it's out of bounds to Plainfield. 5:26 to go. Quakers on their way to another win. Brayton Vihinger will bring it up. And we got Sterrett back into the game for Plainfield. So now Vihinger drives and pitches it over to Maple, puts up a three. No good. It's tipped over to Solomon, who saves it, gives it over to Sterrett. 5:04 to go now in the game. Sterrett drives, but it doesn't take care of it, and it's stolen there by... and it looked like it was going to be a lay-in there by Beal, but it was off. It rolled around the rim for about 3 or 4 seconds before falling no good, and it went out of bounds to Plainfield. No, I'm sorry, they got Harmeyer on a foul there. Excuse me. So now more substitutions for. So Seifert coming back into the game now for Beal. And now for Plainfield, Solomon inbounds to Vihinger. Brings it up, 4:50 to go. It's been a very easy game for Plainfield. After they trailed 4-2, they went on a 21-0 run and have dominated the game ever since. So now Solomon tries to pass to Maple, but it's stolen there by Batesville, by Seifert. So now inside on the other end, so now Seifert back on the top of the key. Shot fakes over to Heidlich. He gets it over to, and now Heidlich puts it back up and in. So he becomes the first Batesville player to get in double figures. He has 11. Vihinger brings it up now for Plainfield. 4:11 to go. 59-30 your score. Plainfield leads Batesville. And now Solomon with the ball. 4:03 to go. He takes it up to the top of the key, now to the free throw line. Back out to Vihinger, who takes it in, drives. He puts it up, no good. But it's put back up and in by Siegfried, and he's fouled. So Siegfried now with 6 points, and he goes to the line. And Brayton Vihinger looks like he has a slight limp there. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But he looks like he's going to stay in the game. He drove hard to the basket, too. It was a really courageous move. He's not a big guy either. He's listed at 5'10". They don't list the weights here, but, probably 140, 150. And the Siegfried's free throw is good. He has 7 now. 62-30. 32-point lead is the biggest of the game. 3:43 to go. So now Schroeder with the ball puts up a floater, and he draws the foul. .338 to go, nearly halfway through this third quarter. UL Solomon commits the foul. The first free throw is up and good by Schroeder. He has 6 now. His second free throw is up and no good off the front of the rim. And the Bulldogs get the rebound, though. So now trailing by 30. Got Seifert with the ball. Now pitches over to Kyle Seifert. And now back to Kyle Seifert gets it again. Pitches inside there to Schroeder, who puts up a layup, no good. And it is rebounded by Siegfried. Pitches over to Weinger, who brings it up with 3:08 to go. And his team doubling up their opponent, 62-31. So Weinger pitches over to Solomon, and even 3 minutes to go now. Solomon drives. He puts it up. It's blocked, though, with authority there by Haskamp, 6'1". And he pitches up to, and we've got now a foul there. They tried to get into Heidlich, and it was knocked out of bounds to Plainfield. So Weinger brings it up on the pass from Sterrett, very methodically. Plainfield firmly in control of this one, have been since about midway through the first quarter. They went on that 21-0 run. Solomon now with the ball at the top of the key. Then it pitches over to Weinger, but it's blocked, and Solomon gets it back. 2:22 to go now. Solomon now pitches over to Maple, but a little too far to the right, and it goes out of bounds to Batesville. 2:17 to go now. So now more substitutions for both teams. Maple sits down. So Plainfield now has Weinger, Solomon, Ritter, Siegfried, and Sterrett. So now Plainfield now has, and now there's the 5'3" kid, Sam Wade, who has the ball now at the left perimeter. Let's see how well he does. And now a three-pointer there, no good there by Austin Seifert, and we got a struggle for a loose ball. It's a jump ball, possession arrow favoring Plainfield with an even 2 minutes to go. So now Gavin Ritter inbounds to Brayton Weinger, who brings it up for the Quakers. He's done a lot of the point guard duties tonight, has scored 7 points following his 9 last week in the Monrovia game. Pitches back to Solomon now near the corner, the left corner of the front court. Now pitches over to Sterrett, and he lays it up and in. So Bobby Sterrett with his first points of the game, and it's a 64-31 lead. 33 points, the largest margin of lead for the Quakers. It's 1:30 to go now. And so Sam Wade with the ball. Pitches back in to Kyle Seifert, back over to Wade. Back over to Austin Seifert. Now inside to Kyle Seifert. Turnaround jumper, no good. Put up and in there by Haskamp. So Haskamp scored the first 4 Bulldogs points when they had that early lead, but those are his first points since. So now with 1 minute to go, Solomon with the ball for the Quakers. He drives inside, but now he loses control of it. Patches up to Adam Seifert. 2-on-2 fast break. And Sam Wade, the 5'3" kid, lays it up and in, so showing some good speed there. And seems to be a good ball handler as well, as you would expect a shorter player to be. So 64-35 your score here, 37 points to go. Now Brayton Weinger throws to Siegfried, but it's off Siegfried's right hand. It's a little too far to the right for Weinger. 64-35, 35.8 seconds to go here in the game. Plainfield, another big win for the JV team, showing a bright future for this program. And now another errant pass. We'll have a backcourt violation against the Bulldogs, so Plainfield will have the ball with 23.8 seconds to go. They very well just might run out the clock. Sterrett with the ball, and he inbounds to Ritter, who dribbles. Now he goes inside the lane, and pitches back out to Solomon, though, with 17 seconds to go. Solomon now over to Weinger, who has it with 12 seconds. Now dribbles back, pitches over to Solomon. 8 seconds now. Unclear if they're going to shoot or not. Now pitches out to Weinger with 4 seconds left, and it looks like he's going to just let the clock run out. So that's it. Your Plainfield Quakers get a big win. 29 points, the final margin of victory. They beat the Batesville Bulldogs by a score of 64-35 in junior varsity action. It was a very balanced effort. Trey Davis led with 24 points, followed by UL Solomon with 10, Trey Davis with 9, Brayton Vinger with 7, Luke Goley with 8, Tom Nugent with 4, Gavin Ritter with 2, Sam Siegfried with 3, and Bobby Stewart with 2. For Batesville, Trey Heidledge was the only player to get into double figures. He had 11. So, Plainfield played outstanding defense, controlled the tempo, starting with a 21-0 run in the first quarter, and really giving us a great start to this doubleheader. So at this time, we will take a brief pause and be back in a few minutes for the varsity game between these two schools. Until then, this is Rob Kendall and Lex Zorn for AudioSportsOnline.com.